4 out of 8 of Tyler's most recent videos have been about immigrants.
Yeah, he's so like content focused. He's so like algorithm driven, which is always funny when these will be like, "Oh, dude, you're captive to your audience." I want to watch Saji Sharma's video on a proper dissection of Tyler Oliveira's journalism. Okay, he wanted me to watch this on stream, and since we watched Tyler Hitler very yesterday, we got to watch this guy today.
Highly esteemed and widely commemorated investigative journalist. Through the use of groundbreaking journalism tactics such as AI-generated images and clips, not fact-checking or doing research on anyone or anything ever.
A van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
And obvious pure talent for the job, he has paved the way for any 20-year-old that wants to drop out of college and half-ass a job so well, it not only makes you a millionaire, but it makes people think you're intelligent, too. Now, we've talked about Tyler on the channel once before, where we looked at and discussed these tactics used in a specific video to fearmonger and incorrectly stereotype the people of Jamaica. We identified the obvious bias in Tyler's unbiased journalism, but now thanks to time, it's only gotten clearer. And today, I want to take a more in-depth look into Tyler's work and really confront the harmful reality of surface-level journalism. Tyler, you don't know who I am. And in fact, I felt really left out when you made a tweet that shit on YouTube video essayists, and I wasn't included. I'm a humanoid mass born out of the hive mind of Twitter that echoes what I think my audience wants to hear. And today, I'm gonna echo what I think you need to hear. Here. See, Tyler, you and I are actually a lot more similar than you may think, and I want to admit, we both dropped out of school to pursue YouTube, we both probably regretted doing that at some point, and we both shifted our content to focus on more societal and political discussion. Except the main difference here is that although I try to remain palatable to all audiences, my work is intentionally catered to a specific demographic and centered around a specific political perspective, and always kind of has been. Your content, however, started off as unbiased, and is now quite quickly taking shape of your current newfound bias. This normally wouldn't be such a big issue except for the fact that you attempt unbiased investigative journalism and very clearly draw inspiration from Channel 5 News. It's okay, everybody can tell. And also, you have the ability to influence and change the mind of the entirety of the Latin American country of Nicaragua, and yet you still deliver extremely biased, sensationalist, and surface-level journalism. And sure, you talk to real people and ask them about their lived experiences in an unfiltered form instead of sitting on a couch all day. But you also did a collab video and borderline
Dude, every video that he does where he's doing unfiltered truth seeking, he always finds like the most fascist guy he presents as a journalist. Like, it's always like, okay, we went somewhere. The method is always simple. The method is, we went somewhere, we asked leading questions. Some people didn't eat the bait. Some people did, okay? I add a whole bunch of like insane right-wing propaganda in the front. I front load that. Then, lo and behold, at the end of it, I end up interviewing one of the most rabid psychopaths you've ever seen, okay? Who is going to show us around. Whether it is like a disgraced former politician who was, who had like a litany of different scandals, or whether it be a disgraced former journalist who had a litany of different scandals, all of which involves like, I don't know, trying to kill homeless people or being super racist. He almost always does this thing where I've never seen him go to an area and truly ask like unbiased questions, trying to genuinely understand what people are saying, and with a sense of intellectual curiosity. And then maybe even have both sides represented, like one leftist person or a community organizer or something, and then a right-wing charlatan. If he were to do that, and this is Tyler Oliveira, by the way, I'm not talking about this guy, okay? This guy's good. He's great. If he were to do that, even then I'd be like, ugh, why are you having a neo-Nazi on your show? Would be my question. But he doesn't even do that. He just straightforwardly is cutting right-wing propaganda.
Promotional piece with an alt-right Polish politician who advocated for the now active law that allows Polish Border Patrol to shoot and kill immigrants. Yeah, I'm sorry, but the at least I touch grass argument doesn't work for that one. Now, I know my use of the word racist may have elicited some groans. That word doesn't even mean anything anymore. We can't say anything anymore. I don't want to look like this anymore. And I'll cover your concerns in a little bit. Do not fret, my beautiful viewer. Because here on the Saji Sharma channel, although we are of specific sound, mind, and body, I will always attempt to kindly and gently explain to you with my reasonable yet strangely seductive tone why I'm right. And you're going to listen because I have a pie for you. A pie.org, that is, the sponsor of today's video. Pie's mission is to rebuild the internet around people so that everybody gets their
We're
fair
doing
share.
ethical
Hence the
pie,
reacts. Everyone gets a slice of the pie. You getting it now? They offer an ad blocker where you can watch your ads disappear, never having to work back rewards with Pie Ad Block, giving you promo codes, coupons, and much more cash back. Now, you might be concerned and thoughtfully wondering, Saji, I don't want to use Pie Ad Blocker because if I block the ads on your videos, then you can't make any money. Well, have no fear, my beautiful viewer. Pie has added me to the Pie Creator Network. So anytime you watch my videos, not only will I still get paid, but so will you. You're also going to be earning cash back for viewing those ads. So if this is something you're interested in, use the link in my description to add Pie to your browser for free and start earning today. And thank you, Pie, for sponsoring this video. Now, my biggest and honestly only complaint regarding Tyler Oliveira and his YouTube videos are how just like bad they are. There are lots of different ways in which they are bad, and I'm going to try my best to get through all of them. We talked about this a little bit in my first Tyler video, but if you use AI to any degree in your journalism, you are not a good journalist, point blank, and shouldn't consider yourself one. I don't want to repeat myself too much here, but Tyler has a history of using AI to over-dramatize and frankly just lie in his thumbnails. Tyler, your confirmation bias is showing. While he constantly makes claims that he's trying his best to go on the ground to interview people's real lived experiences, he overtly and specifically tends to exaggeratingly stereotype whichever marginalized community Tyler chooses to prey on for that week's video. I investigated London's knife stabbing epidemic. Tyler, that's a sword. Now, people recently have called him out on this, to which he has responded by saying,
"This is an accurate visual and demographic representation of those perpetuating violent crimes per capita in America's most violent cities, according to the FBI. To put a white guy holding a gun in a video about Chicago's gun violence would be statistically inaccurate, for example."
And then he posted a homicide by race in Chicago chart. Now, it's important to note that Tyler loves his statistics and his facts. They're integral to his journalism, as he is a highly trained investigative journalist. So including images of AI-generated black men holding giant unrealistic assault rifles and swords in your thumbnails is a necessity, because statistically, black men commit more homicides. And it would be ridiculous, it would be ludicrous to replace those black men with white men. Why would you ever insist on that?
It's like, even if you're like showing Chicago's like gun violence epidemic, just show like a normal photo. You're like inventing, obviously, if this is the reality, then, you know, just use a normal photo. Why are you using an invented false reality to like really heighten the racial agitprop?
He uses AI as a tool to accurately visualize and represent violent people. He includes clips of AI-generated images of Trump saving cats from Haitian people because statistically, Trump is afraid of black people. Tyler, how stupid are you? And I don't even mean that in a mean way, because everyone that knows me and my channel, they know that I'm not that kind of person. I'm just genuinely concerned. If you're using statistics to defend what I think a lot of people would consider a goddamn hate crime, you have to be really oblivious. Tyler, no one's telling you to put white men in your thumbnails. We're just saying, maybe not to AI generate black men in whatever deranged way your brain can think of. Now, okay,
Yeah.
We've chatted a little bit about why the use of AI immediately negates any journalistic integrity Tyler thinks he holds. But now let's really get in there and take a look at journalist Tyler Oliveira on the ground.
Are these Haitians eating cats? How did they travel 2,000 plus miles from Haiti all the way to Ohio? And do the locals and their new Haitian neighbors get along?
Okay, so your thesis has three main questions, and two of them are these Haitians eating cats, and how did they travel from Haiti? Well, I can answer those for you. Are those really questions you need to travel all the way to Springfield, Ohio to answer, Tyler? This is a recurring problem, and honestly, the majority of Tyler's videos. They just all tend to be very surface level. He finds a popular claim and travels to whichever place to interview people about said claim. But instead of trying to figure out maybe where the claim started or how the rumors became so widespread, he sticks to very broad and amateurish questions. In this video, Tyler travels to Springfield, Ohio because of the stereotypes and conspiracies surrounding Haitian people and eating cats. And during his time there, he interviewed a lot of different Haitian people. And anytime Tyler asked any of the interviewees about the cat conspiracy,
I can't tell if you're talking about me or Tyler Oliveira. I assume you're talking about me. The answer is, I do not support the state of Israel, the arch terror group in the region, nor do I support the United States of America's terrorism. If we look back at it, oh, never mind. I was going to say, if we look back at his like older takes, maybe we could get a better assessment, but nope.
they were genuinely so confused. Like it was their first time hearing of it.
Come los gatos o no?
No sé.
No, okay.
But when Tyler was interviewing the locals, they had some different responses.
A van pulled over that had over 100 cats in it with the Haitians. They said they was eating them.
Actually,
Yeah.
not fake news.
Not fake news.
So a van was collecting cats and eating
I
them.
watched it happen, yeah. Watched them get pulled over with the cats and admit to the police that they was eating them.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. I don't, nah.
Well, there you have it, folks. It's not fake news, confirmed by a random man on the street who has absolutely no reason to lie to me whatsoever.
I love how you can't call anyone a Nazi, but it's okay to call anyone who opposes genocide a terrorist. Yeah, because white supremacy is the underlying principle here for both. If you oppose America's genocide, if you oppose Israel's genocide, you are the real terrorist. You're the real bad guy.
I'm sorry, but that is a crazy claim. The whole thing, all of it. If this is a lie, which I'm fairly certain it is, then this man could have just said, yeah, I saw them take cats, and ended it there. But no, he went the whole 9 yards. He turned this lie into a fib. And the fact that...
No, I wanted to hear more from this guy. And he was like, I'm unfollowing. That's sad, man. We lost one chat. Pour one out.
Tyler, you're not even questioning or telling your audience to be cautious is crazy. A van pulled over that had 100 cats in it. Can we just take a second? Are we familiar with what 100 cats looks like? This is a wall of cats we're talking about here. This is so many cats that you can't see anything but cat. If this man actually saw 100 cats in a van, I don't think he'd be saying it as calmly as he does. But okay. And then the people in the van told you they were eating said cats, when all of the Haitians in this video haven't been able to speak a word of English. But Tyler checked. It's not fake news, so we're in the clear.
Not fake news.
Not fake news.
And then they got caught by and admitted it to the police. So then, Tyler, couldn't you hypothetically check with the police? Oh, but Tyler checked. He's not joshing around, so we're good. No reason to even try to fact check that.
You're not joshing with me.
No, I'm almost 50 years old, buddy. I don't, nah.
Yeah, that's how it works. When someone is 50 years old, they're not capable of lying to you.
Now, this is an anecdotal story, so sure, it's harder to fact check that. Believing it point blank is a little insane, but there are interactions with interviewees and locals where he's supposed to be doing his job and providing research to back a claim, and he doesn't.
Where are they getting the money?
The government. They said it's a program for them to...
For like migrants, like asylum seekers?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they paying their bills? Are they being paid to live here?
They're being paid to live here. I don't see why they'd have to pay rent if they're being paid to be here.
Who's paying them?
The government.
Tyler, I thought you loved facts and statistics. Why are you trying to get them from people that don't know what they're talking about? Couldn't you have Googled this? There's a difference between someone telling you about their lived experiences and someone telling you something they deem as fact and then taking them at their word. Those two things should not be held to the same standard, and it's concerning that you can't see that. Now, this video has since been taken down from YouTube for perpetuating inaccurate and racist stereotypes, which is why it's still up on Twitter. I guess the video...
Oh, YouTube actually took the Haitian one down? That's kind of shocking. Like, no jokes. That is surprising to me.
Video is back up on YouTube now.
Oh,
So I could have taken this
never mind. I was... Oops.
joke out. But I think it's really good, so I'm leaving it in. But amidst election season, Tyler has found it imperative that he do his duty to the former great leader of this nation, Donald J. Trump. And it looks like I was wrong there, too. Trump is the new and current president. 0 for 2 today. 0 for 2. With whom he has no shame in hiding his love for by uncovering the real problems of immigration. You see, although the Springfield video got taken down, during the time it was up, it performed incredulously. And I don't use that word very often. In fact, it performed so incredulously well that since then, 4 out of 8 of Tyler's most recent videos have been about immigrants. Now, why is this an issue? Why?
Yeah, he is so like content focused. He's so like algorithm driven, which is always funny when these guys, these souls will be like, oh dude, you're captive to your audience. You've gone way too far left though. Israel's a genocidal state, but the rhetoric you're spreading against people saying death to all Jewish people, and as a mid-30s grown man, you should know better and recognize it's a problem, dummy. If what you were saying was true, then you would be 100% correct. If there was ever a moment that I thought that was acceptable, even remotely, you would be 100% correct. It wouldn't actually be just me apologizing. I should Brian kill me if I was doing that, okay? Anyone that says that should Brian kill me. Do you understand? Problem is, I've never done that. I've never allowed that. You are personally fantasizing about it because you most likely want to clip something out of context and then post it on Twitter. Please point to a single instance where I've allowed anti-Semitism to exist in this chat or in this community. You can't. All you have is clips out of context, okay? It's kind of funny that, ironically enough, our moderation works so well that you literally tried to write it out and was banned from writing it out. You got auto-modded, okay? You got auto-modded from writing it out, so you had to literally get around the auto-mod yourself. You idiot.
Why should we care about this? Oh, my beautiful yet naive viewers. It's okay.
Like, in the process of writing that out and getting auto-modded twice, perhaps you could have come to the recognition that, like, well, this is, of course, not allowed in this community. You know what I mean? It seems like it's so not allowed that I'm not even allowed to write it out. In the process of trying to catch you, like, your very existence disproves your point. I love how Destiny's community tries to say you're old when Destiny's older than you. Yeah. Older than me, 2 divorces, has a whole ass child, should be worrying about him. Instead, he's over there online being a weirdo. It's crazy.
I'm here to take care of you. Immigrant coverage is an over-politicized epidemic that seeks to divide the working class at its core and strengthen the fabricated bond between you and whichever political candidate you decide to idolize. It's already been established that Tyler has an inherent bias that he cannot help but bleed into his work, so all of his immigration videos are going to have the same intent. And on top of that, we've also already established that Tyler doesn't know what he's doing. He never provides information, and his claims and questions are so broad and unspecific that he can still find a way to squeeze his subconsciously predetermined messages into his videos regardless, leaving little room for nuance to explain itself. His video where he visits a small town in Pennsylvania is a perfectly realized outcome of how drawn out this immigration issue has really become. Charleroi, Pennsylvania has become a hotspot for media coverage regarding Haitian immigrants and their effect on the town and ultimately on the country. Tyler is consistently met with hostility.
What? What is this?
But they were trying to call you a p*** yesterday.
So some kids are really
they
hot.
dug in deep.
Oh.
It happened in the same day that I was getting accused of wanting to kill babies, like wanting to snipe them or whatever. Israel.
Some babies are really annoying.
But it's like, how is it that we're both aligned then? If like you want to the kids and I want to kill them.
I'm a necrophiliac.
Okay.
Well,
That's the holy.
after you kill them, I have my way with them.
Man, these guys are so edgy, bro. They're so edgy. Again, married and divorced twice, has a child. This is the type of commentary he's engaging in. No, I know he's obviously baiting, dude. I know. I get it, dumbass. The point is, this only tracks if you have hugboxed yourself into thinking that like every single person is a sweaty loser, 40-year-old IT guy who spends every waking moment on anonymous forums online where they talk like this, okay? Most normal people hear someone even joking about go, this is the grossest thing that you could have joked about. Like you're directly 4chan brain rotted. I'm 25. Isn't this too childish? I don't even find it boring, just lame. Yeah. You show this to any coworker, your ass is getting fired on the spot. The point is, I just don't understand, like, I don't understand what the purpose of it is. You know what I mean? Like, what point are you proving? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I can say these things. Like, sick, man. So cool that you can present yourself as like an edgy lunatic. Is, you know, weird.
Okay, or that.
Oh well. Yeah.
Sick. Damn, dude.
And hypervigilance from the people of Charleroi. Not only do the townspeople feel bad for the immigrants, but all of the townspeople, immigrants and locals alike, seem to be collectively exhausted from the exploitative and derivative nature of the litany of news outlets that have come through.
Bonjour.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
You speak English, French?
How disrespectful is that?
What?
Leave these Haiti people alone.
What did I do?
You speak English, French? Just random black guy on the street of the United States of America. He went on a rant about why the DNC should, if my people like him, to the DNC and not you, lol. When I was at the DNC, they were literally actively sending fake logs and fake clips, like nonsense apparently, to as many people as they possibly could in an effort to try and get me banned. I saw that video. Yeah. Dude, just stop being a pathetic loser and maybe you'll get invited too. It's not like the end of the world to be invited. It's not that sick. I just don't understand how people don't recognize how much of that anger and resentment just stems from like Destiny's own personal jealousy. Like, I don't know how his audience does not track that at all. Like, it is always shocking how so much of this masquerades as like political disagreements, but it's just one man's jealousy. And it blows my mind that it's like, no, actually, there's a moralistic reason for this. There is a real moral reason behind this. You don't understand. I'm fighting an ideological battle. That's why I've spent 6 years going after a progressive voice, while I now find myself sometimes agreeing with Ben Shapiro. I think it's the other way around. His community is way more rabid and jealous than D is. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why they're so invested in another man's project, in another man's envy.
What's up? You got something to say?
I don't want to talk to him. Tell him.
As an unbiased journalist, why are you fighting with a local who you did in fact racially stereotype?
I'm
You
listening.
think you're smarter than what you're too smart for your own good. You're one of those
Clearly
guys.
not, right?
Clearly you are.
So help me understand
You're
it
too
then.
smart for your
If
own
we're at
good.
this- we're at this
the
impasse,
only
let's have a
person that
conversation
you're going
then,
to
yeah.
listen to is your
That's not
parents,
true, though.
respectfully.
This goes on for like 10 minutes, by the way. Hey, I guess the push
Is the XQC clip with him saying he wants to become more popular than you to feel happy he beat you in views is crazy? Wait, what? There's a clip like that out there? That's so sad, bro. Sorry, chat is slow.
pushback is necessary if Tyler's going to get to the bottom of his complex question.
Are the Haitians a savior to this town? Are they a blight to the town?
God, what, are we in 4th grade? It literally takes an entire town's pushback and some white people defending their Haitian neighbors for Tyler to sit back and think, maybe immigration helps the economy, and maybe we shouldn't be blaming people just trying to survive by taking jobs, but instead look at businesses that are profiting off of all of it regardless.
Well, it's easy for people to point fingers at migrants coming here to work. It seems like the real enemy may in fact be businesses that capitalize and lobby for the admission of a new slave labor class every year to exploit a government that taxes us to build the infrastructure for them to be here.
But I don't think he's changed his mind that drastically, since the thumbnail for this video is, again, not at all representative of the content within it. And I mean, do we really think he's going to change his mind here? Only one video prior, he propagandized a far-right Polish politician who is literally known for the now active law legalizing the killing of illegal immigrants at the Polish border.
I want to go through this wall. I break through the wall. What happens to me next?
You will die like a dog. The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after
using alpha male funk music to introduce Dominik Tarczynski, literal fascist, is a crazy way to start an unbiased video. We finally arrived at, in my opinion, Tyler's magnum opus.
I feel so bad for my Polish chatters, dude. Y'all are so cooked, brother. I say this is a Turkish person who like totally gets it because like not exactly the best and brightest come to mind when you think of Turkey either. You know, our politics is too, but it's just like extra when you got one massively consequential YouTube video that comes out of your goddamn country and it is like a nascent fascist who has no real constituency. And now that's it. That's your representation. That's your broad representation online is this like loser fascist who can't even get laid. He's like, oh, one day I will have wife. One day for me, when I stop yelling at women on the street about why immigrant do, I will have wife. That sucks, dude. Stop acting like you and your chat hasn't routinely harassed Polacks even before this video came out. You do not. Stop talking about Poland. Why do you hate Kaz the Turkish man? I don't know. You're one Polish chatter. Yeah, this guy's left the building. Thank you. Your anti-Polish racism is excused. Yeah. We have a strong no borders team. I'm here. No, I'm saying like my one Polish chatter has left the building isn't like, wait, what? Everybody loves progressive policies. Then why did Cali vote majority against ending slavery? I can't tell what this one Polish chatter is saying. He's giving me inconsistent messages. Here he is making fun of Pegida. And here he is also hitting the jank line. If everybody loves progressive policies, then why did Cali vote against majority vote against ending slavery? Yeah. You know, I didn't say everyone in California loves progressive policies. Okay, calm down. He's about to hit you with a Polish proverb about Jewish people. That was another bad moment for Polish representation. That was not a good moment for Polish representation. We banned that one Nazi. I mean, I shit on Germany way more than I shit on Poland, but Polish people get so mad. Germans look at it and they're like, no, I get it. It sucks. It's totally fine. Polish people literally would be like, you are a Nazi. You are a Nazi and a communist. God forbid I say about Poland. Holy you don't French enough? Yeah, it's because of Squeezy, dude. It's because of Lucas. He showed me a different world, you know? Oh my God, they're actually mad. We have a small country, but strong left, and we fight hard to build our community. You continue the dumb Polak jokes, and only, what? Ever talking about how horrible we are doesn't help. Yes. I not only swung the election in the direction of Donald Trump, I have also invented anti-Polish hate and am making it worse actively. Listen, Polish chatters. The principle is the same. I California. I live in California. I love California. I on the South. I on the North. I on everything, okay? It's no different when I on the Polish culture or cultural attitudes surrounding immigration. I come with that. I criticize that with the same recognition that there are obviously still very clearly leftist Polish people in here in this community. Okay. The only difference is when I make jokes about Poland, Polish people will be like, you're punching down. That's the only group of individuals, or sometimes the South. People will say that. Southern chatters, Southern Hasanabi heads get in their fifi sometimes as well.
His creme de la creme. Literally, the white of the white.
Because they behave like animals, unfortunately. They don't behave like civilized people. We are the ones with this border. So we are protecting the whole...
Polish people are actually mad at Hasan, like for real. They're actually angry. No joke. For real, it's actually becoming a problem. It's not the first time I've pissed off the entire country of Poland.
Europe.
Yes. For my anti-woke viewers, these are two basic staples of a fascist ideology. Describing people as animals. Dehumanizing language that further alienates and villainizes a group of human beings, allowing your consciousness to feel better about discriminating against, or in this case, killing said human beings. Saying immigrants don't act like civilized people is language of the colonizer. And the other staple, painting yourself as a savior or protector to excuse the disregard and lack of empathy in regards to immigrants, and instead replacing those feelings with feelings of triumph and righteousness.
So we are protecting the whole Europe.
No, they're not protecting all of Europe. But Dominique here wants you to think this so that you can replace your subconscious ethical quandaries about the immorality of killing migrants with a conscious justification that this is all just for the better good, when it's a lot more straightforward than he and other fascists make it seem. They're really all just racists.
Our soldier was killed with a spear by the illegal.
Terrible.
So that would happen on the streets if we would let them in.
So this killing is the catalyst for the passing of the law that allows the border guards to use firearms in self-defense. But why would that happen on the streets? I don't know, that seems kind of like a crazy generalization. The killing of a guard is not a good thing. But if you let them in, your words, then you're giving the migrants what they're seeking. So why would they have any reason to retaliate? Unless, of course, you just think all brown migrants are inherently violent.
They found out that those who came illegally, they don't want to work. They don't want to work, but there's much more crimes.
Sure.
Okay. Poland is historically very monocultural.
So I need to understand something, because that they're not mad about that. Well, I guess some might be actually, but before the war, 1.35 million, and those arrived since then around 1.5 million. I assume it's even. Oh my God, it's 6 million now. Yes, some of us are, not me. Oh no, man. A lot of Polish people are mad about the Ukrainians. Jesus Christ. They're mad, but less mad. They have serious problems with the Ukrainians, especially the nationalists. Since January 2024, 6 million refugees from Ukraine have crossed the Polish border. Polish people are just mad because they don't have jalapeno poppers. It's true. Meanwhile, in other parts of Europe, people are angry about all the Polish immigrants. I know Brexit literally happened partially because of Polish migration into the UK, which is crazy. Like, that's a fate that, like, no matter how much I make fun of Poland, I don't think Polish people deserve that terrible fate of having to live on that dog island. Okay? You deserve better, Polish people. Let me tell you right now, okay? Straight up. I'm being so for real right now. Punching down again? Okay, if I can't make fun of England, what can I make fun of, you know? Holy shit. You've literally used Polish as an insult to other nations. You've described the people, the Poles of, I think it was Turkey. It was January last year. Holy this guy's got a mental catalog of when I have disrespected the Polish. What the Yeah, dude, I say that's the I say Poland is the Ohio of Europe, okay? Yes, Fury sustains me. Yeah, I say Poland is the Ohio of Europe. You don't see motherfuckers like chirping. You don't see motherfuckers in Ohio being like, how dare you do that? You need to be locked up. Ay, ay, ay. It's just jokes, chatter. It's not coming from a hateful place, okay? If you believe it is, I don't know what to tell you. I have no issues with an entire nation. And yes, that even includes England, and it even includes Israel, as a matter of fact. Yeah, the only smoke I have is prove it, eat some Polish food, go there, talk to people. Bro, I am not going to Poland. After you said, it wasn't you, I think it was another chatter who said, like, the entire nation hates you, okay? I don't want to get hate crime, dog. Polish food is not very good. Pierogies are pretty good. Pierogies actually they're pretty good. Pierogies kind of carry Poland. See, maintains that all Poles are the same mind. No, man, it doesn't take all Poles. It takes just a couple enthusiastic Polish people. He wants you to do a leftist Tyler Oliveira tour of Poland. Anyway, listen, I apologize to Ozora and all my Polish chatters if I have offended you. I do not have any smoke for the entire nation of Poland. Okay. Will I stop making fun of every country, including but not limited to Poland? Yes. Poland got pierogies, boiled cabbage, steamed cabbage too. See, guys, stop making these jokes. That's not an option once they clock you as Turkish.
It's still very white. So the majority of Polish people's exposure to different cultures is really just based in what's on the news. And that happens to be very anti-immigrant sentiment. Beliefs that immigrants are incapable and violent. European racism is very different than American racism. America has racism, but we've always kind of been a mixing pot of culture and identity. So our racism tends to be more subtle, like microaggressions, for example. European racism, on the other hand, is often just blunt and ignorant because people tend to experience more seclusive and homogenous environments. Dominique just made a statement saying that all illegal immigrants don't want to work, and that separately, immigration also increases crime. These are both very general statements that root from Dominique's lack of experience with and around diverse cultures and people.
They're reacting like you were planning the next partition of Poland. Yes, I do not want to do that. I do not want to partition Poland. Poland should remain strong and be its own individual nation.
Saying migrants don't want to work is just a lie. Nobody wants to work. But migrants will take the most difficult and least paying jobs not because they want to, but because they have to. And immigration doesn't have a direct correlation with crime. Sure, statistically, if you have an increased population, then there will literally be more crime. But poverty is really the main link to crime. And actually, in the US, studies have historically shown that immigrants commit crimes at a lower rate than US citizens. Several studies compared US citizens and immigrants in Texas, the only state that keeps immigration.
This guy is really good, by the way.
Records on people arrested and convicted of state crimes. They overwhelmingly found that non-citizens are less likely than citizens to be convicted or incarcerated. And there are some examples listed on this Al Jazeera article, which I will leave in the description if you do want to check it out. Dominique and the people like him are really just not good at veiling their racism. And honestly, I don't really think they care.
Rather than risk our own life.
Okay.
And look at the streets now.
Do a pan?
There you go.
What are you panning to? There's like 5 people in this shot. Ah, yes, the ideal city. Empty. And white.
Pretty sure you're a revolution. You should really be the poster child or do as I say, not as I do. Pretty sure your revolution involves flexing on Twitter while the rest of us are working. I like that my biggest haters still have to admit that I look hot and I'm yacked out of my mind. Thank you. Yeah, it's a revolutionary act when I flex on Twitter. I always present it as such. That's cool, man. Thank you. Here, kisses for you. Okay.
Why did they call you an Islamophobe? What happened there?
First of all, it's not true.
Why, I wonder?
One of my closest friends is from Syria.
Ah, okay.
Oh my God, he did the thing. I'm not racist. I have a Syrian friend.
And we are very close friends. And he's from Syria, and he says, never ever let them come in.
Yeah, I'm sure your Syrian friend told you that verbatim.
Tell me about the live bullets, the fact that you can now kill illegal immigrants trying to enter the border.
I love it.
Every time you open your mouth, it's like you're auditioning for the role of, wait, what? What is he saying? I can't even, what? Every time, kind of hypocritical that you don't practice what you preach. Why don't you practice what you preach, hypocrite? Every time you open your mouth, it's like you're auditioning for the role of out-of-touch leftist of the year. You say one thing, then completely contradict yourself the next day. It's almost impressive how consistently wrong you are while pretending you have all the answers. Dude, you've been following me for 17 minutes. You got all of that in such a short period of time? That's pretty sick. Also, Messi is the best, bozo. Argentina on top. Messi haters. Yeah, this does look like ChatGPT might have written this. He can't be this much of a bot, I don't think. Give me an example, dude. What is hypocritical? Hasan Piker, I am scared of you. Why? Actually, you've done something revolutionary. You're a bit famous in some parts of Saudi Arabia for those who are learning English as a second language. In other words, you are their first exposure for many Saudis in regards of English political coverage and leftist politics. That's crazy. Refresh. What do you say? You're just another millionaire leftist pretending to be on the side of the working class. That's it? That's what you got? Brother, I can't stop motherfuckers from subscribing every time I flex, okay? Here, watch. Hey guys, if you want to support the stream and watch me flex my muscles, you can subscribe. It's voluntary. You can do that for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime, okay? Or you can get gifted a sub if you're lucky. This way you can actually have access to the VODs as well as send me links. There you go. Do you see that? Do you see that? Chatter, do you see that? Was this an exploitative process for you? Was this inherently a hypocritical exploitative process or what? And here I'll do a little bit of that revolutionary act that you were talking about before. There you go. There you have it. It's honestly hilarious that you preach about dismantling capitalism while making bank off of Twitch and YouTube, hypocrite. Brother, I don't think you understand anything about what you're saying. One, I've never presented myself as a revolutionary. If anything, everyone always calls me a dirty revisionist. That's number one. I don't know if you know what those words mean, though. Also, simultaneously, once again, what you are describing is not at odds with my worldview or with socialism at all. You're just presenting a false notion that socialism means you have to live this ascetic lifestyle. Socialism means you have to wear a barrel, okay? Socialism means you cannot be successful. Do you personally have an issue? Maybe that's what the problem is here. Feels like you're just mad that people are voluntarily giving me money because they like the content and they subscribe to support and also to avoid the ads when I run them. When will you apologize to Israel? When they abolish their apartheid. But even then, I'm not going to apologize. Like, this is envy masquerading as political commentary. You understand that, right? I just don't like that you're rich. I don't like that you're successful. So I'm just going to say, like, I'm just going to assume that it is directly at odds with your own, with your worldview when it's not. Now, the difference is I want you to have financial independence. I want you to live a life that is worthy. I want you to have dignity in your work. I want you to have free healthcare. And it's okay when I get taxed more as a process, as a part of that process. I'm fine with that. I want that. I advocate for it. And none of that is even socialism regardless. But I don't think that I'll be able to get to you no matter what. But it is such a strange phenomenon that people will literally be like, oh, dude, you want better things for everyone? Okay, that means you have to literally eat dirt. That's how it works. The issue is the system, not the individual. People can critique capitalism and want systemic change, even if they've benefited from it. Hell, it's the system itself that rewards those who get in the game, whether they like it or not. You're not going to just completely escape it by being a good socialist and living in poverty. That's ridiculous. Okay, I think I'm talking to a bot. No, this is literally ChatGPT. That's a bot.
I love that we can kill immigrants. Cue funk music. What?
If you are trying...
It's a bot, and it agreed with everything I just said, which is kind of scary. because there's a lot of chatters that do this thing where they act like they are opposing my viewpoint while they're just simply repeating my viewpoint. I think we bricked the bot a little bit. I think the bot broke.
Trying to commit a crime on the Polish soil, you might be dead. We do not know if you're a refugee.
Cut to child? Jesus Christ.
How safe they feel, you can tell. It's just beautiful. You can't see this kind of thing in Europe anymore.
When do you think the rest of Europe lost this?
When they decided to be politically correct. It started with the leftists.
Oh yes, being woke is the reason that Europe is failing. And I know Europe is failing because my only reference to Europe are all of the clips of Europe Tyler adds in this video, which are all coincidentally just clips of chaotic and violent protests, because I guess that's all Europe is. Now, from a journalistic standpoint, this video is so critically bad. It seems that Tyler has forgotten that when we surround ourselves with people we agree with, we feel safer in showing our real, authentic selves. And also, it seems that he forgot that he's attempting journalism and not a YouTube collaboration. I guess Tyler and racist Polish prick over here have to agree on a lot. Tyler is so bad at this job that he lets whatever tiny ounce of critical or constructive analysis ability he was born with fall through the floor immediately. There is zero constructive questioning. There is zero fact-checking. It is just a puff piece. In fact, Tyler's affiliation with Dominique is more than just obvious propaganda. It's also two racist best friends hanging out and having a good time together. And you know when two racist best friends hang out together and drink, it always goes the same way.
He's going to talk about how he creeped the girls out.
Mansplaining to and harassing people about their point of view, because of course it's the most important point of view. And who tends to be the most consistent victims of these interactions? Women. Towards the middle of the video, Tyler and Dominique go out for a night on the town, enjoying what Poland's nightlife has to offer. And they have an encounter with a group of Italian women on vacation.
What are your thoughts on Poland?
We arrived yesterday, so...
Where are you from?
Rome. Italy, yeah.
Do you feel safer as a woman?
Yes, yeah.
Do you feel safe in Rome as a woman? Or Italy, sorry?
No, not at all.
Why?
Now pay close attention. This is the wild male in his natural habitat. After he was told by this poor Italian woman that she felt safer in Poland than in Europe, Tyler cut her off by asking,
why?
He's immediately filled with a sense of empowerment and pride. Being around Dominique all day has given him the courage to harass a few women about why his point of view is the correct one. Now watch as the wild male closes in on his encounter.
Why?
It's dangerous.
Where are you from?
And now Dominique has stepped in to aid his fellow companion. These women don't stand a chance.
Because it's not safe.
Why is it not safe?
Because we don't feel safe like walking alone at night.
Who are you afraid of at night?
Men.
Which men?
There it is. He's practically handing them the answer. I don't know, Tyler, who should they be afraid of at night? Because I could tell you who they're afraid of right now. It's both you and Dominique.
Can we please order in the meanwhile?
Yes,
I love that Tyler and this Polish politician directly proved to them that maybe they were wrong about their original claim that they don't feel unsafe in Poland. They were like, okay, I actually want to say that, like, no, I feel like this is just like Rome now.
Why do you think they feel unsafe in Rome? Let's be honest.
Because of Africans. They are afraid to say
Ding, 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 ding. And there we have it. The answer they were trying to elicit from these innocent women whose nights they have ruined because these two baboons wanted an interview that affirmed the racism of this stupid fucking video. Tyler Oliveira should not be calling himself a journalist. He's sensationalist, biased, superficial, inaccurate, and worst of all, just plain old dumb. I'm Saji Sharma, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing.
This was great. Subscribe to this guy, Saji Sharma. This guy's awesome. Go show support to this video. I liked it. I liked it a lot. No, I think he's a Hasanabi head. He was saying like, oh, can you guys get Hasan to watch this video?